at one point. It's simple, but complex at the same time.
You get a cord.
Giant robot goddamn dinosaurs. My people!
Oh, guys, potential little
They're uncultured. Oh, uncultured swine! I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
So, sorry for so bad.
I'm not going over there for
Robot dinosaurs!
doing it.
Let's go! Robot dinosaurs!
For instance, the main character's gloves, their shoes, multiple color palettes, they change depending on where you are in the game. But that's intentional. That's intentional because in the 50s, they had to do that to match color palettes because they couldn't use certain types of paper during these times. Now, I just want to say Horizon Zero Dawn, robot dinosaurs have been done by everyone. Not officially, but every fan, everyone has said, you know what would be cool? Dinosaurs that are robots, and they've drawn it. You look on DeviantArt, you look on every website, fan arts, it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
If we lose, we're going to you guys.
That's a problem.
How do you know that this game doesn't have better audio than yours?
The teams have spoken, so you guys still with Ernod wins by 1%.
She worked really hard with many different people that have different kinds of mental health issues to get into the mindset of those people. And she pulled it off. She really makes you feel like you're hearing voices or you're suffering from depression. You become her through her acting.
Most of the games here have sold over 1 million copies in this nominee, but Guardians Telltale is probably the odd one out because it sold only 80,000 units on Steam, and along with Minecraft Story Mode Season 2 is probably responsible for Telltale Games' recent layoffs. But it's not always the big games that are the best ones. I bought this game on a Steam sale, and Scott Porter's performance was amazing. Some of you may know him for his roles in Minecraft Story Mode, The Walking Dead, Friday Night Lights, and he just knocked it out of the park with his voice acting in this game, so he definitely deserves this award.
Maybe you don't know what Baba Is You is. And that is because Baba isn't you, Baba is rock. And rock is push, and wall is you. Whoops, wall is now flag. Uh-oh, flag is win. I win. Well, what if empty is win? Oh no, ice is empty. I'm slipping everywhere, but ice is no longer slip. Ice is lava. Uh-oh, lava is now win. No, lava is melt, and I am melt, and lava is hot. Oh no, I died. That is Baba Is You, because you are not Baba, but Baba is you. On serious note, how many of you actually know what Baba Is You is? Thank you. Have you played it?
Can't afford it right
It's free.
Its description fascinated me. It sounds amazing. When I first heard about Super Mario Odyssey, I looked at it over the few months that they were releasing images and whatnot. I thought, yeah, this is a good Mario game. This will be another good Mario game. But that's what it is, another good Mario game. This game sounds fascinating. It sounds unique, original.
I support Night in the Woods because it tells an incredibly relatable story that to anyone that is like a young adult who has ever gone back to their hometown. It's a game about a cat named May who has dropped out of college for reasons you're not aware of. You go back to your hometown. It used to be a coal town. It's dying. You walk around. You see your old friends, but they're not quite your old friends anymore. They've started to move on with their lives. They have their own plans, and you're like, it's just the feeling of, I used to know these people, but now they have all these other things going on. This game gives you this feeling in a way that like the writing in this game just makes these familiar feelings come for anyone that's ever seen an old high school friend, and it's just a very personal story that really touched me.
Nicely done.
I support Persona 5 because the game is all about mostly one thing. Grown-ups are screwing things up. Whether it's politics, whether it's journalistic pursuits, whether it's advances in medicine, anything. Unlock any of the social relationships between all of the people, you're going to learn different narratives to their stories in order to group everything together as a whole. Essentially, the game is about the entire feelings of a town and their support of each other, their belief in humanity, their belief in themselves, and trying to break the constraints from people trying to make the world worse just for own self-gain. The reason I believe that this is also very deserving of this award is because not only are they stealing hearts, but we can steal this award back for a game that totally deserves it.
Night in the Woods has the courage to be mundane. It tells a story of someone just trying to live a normal life and being disaffected and seeing a severed arm in the street and poking with a stick and going to band practice. Because Night in the Woods is not only about the journey of May, it's also about the journey of our generation and why we will vote for games we haven't played out of spite because we are disaffected and we don't care and we're just chilling. And that's the confidence of Night in the Woods, to be mundane and find beauty in that narrative.
But the reason why I support Persona is because this story and the story that it tells through all of its characters is more relevant now than it has ever been within our generation. Not only does it tell the story of corruption, injustice, certain slaveries, it tells the story of bonds and friendships between certain individuals who wish to break free that with their own means. And I think this is a story that a lot of people wish they could do because we do see a lot of these injustices now in today's world. And to be able to have the power to change that with just a turn of your, turning on your phone, I think that's pretty amazing. But not only that, it tells stories of people who are not even in your daily lives, the doctor, the teacher, I don't know, your landlord, whatever. You talk to them, you feel for them, you know their story, because everyone struggles, everyone has their own challenges, and the way that we can push through and make that change, that's pretty incredible.
Why play a game about things that you can go out and do in real life? Alloy did everything for herself because she was cast out from a society completely. Everybody hates her. This woman by herself rose up, did everything that she could, and became a superhero status woman, and she is amazing.
What? Everybody in the world is cast out. I mean, hated by every single person in the world.
The main character was literally cast out by his family because of an injustice. He was practically arrested for something of corruption. Are you freaking kidding me? All of his friends were all cast out. Everyone around him was cast out. No one understood them except their own little band. So I don't know who you think you're talking about being cast out. All right? It's like real life, my bud, breaking out through what, robots? Who do you think you are, boy? Hello? Oh, yeah! Yes!
Oh, come on. We gotta go.
Bring it!
Come on.
Come on! I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to be nice. I'm just kidding. You have a good game, but this is one that sticks to my heart.
It puts you in a different reality where you can start from nothing and slowly turn the tables on a world who thought that you were the scum of the earth, and start saving people, start making people love you, start building your own story. And yeah, that.
It's not about just starting from the bottom and being cast out. It's about the growth of what one person can do alone if you want to play alone. And it's also the story of what you can do with friends and what you can do for them and what they can do for you. It's about bonds.
It's never to the point where you get aggravated at your friend for screwing up a cut. Like, it's competitive, but co-op at the same time.
This isn't Fortnite, baby!
PUBG!
Now, on to PUBG. The developers of the game have treated it since trash ever since its full-on release. The game was terribly optimized at launch. They rushed it in order to get it easy sales on Xbox at launch before the game was actually complete. They rushed out cosmetic loot boxes when they said they would not do so until after the game was out. They've completely broken player trust, and I don't understand why they have such support of their players because of these facts. The game is great. I've played it for over 600 hours myself. But because of the lack of support, the lack of fighting against the cheaters in the community, what they're doing is mostly just supporting that. Yes, they ban the players, but they just come back and they make use of the marketplace to just get money. That's all that I've seen them do. It's not in support of the industry. The IP is physically, well, not physically, but virtually hurting the player bases that it actually supports. Stuff like this isn't something that I believe a great game should have.
So, if you couldn't tell by now, I'm pretty sick. My voice is going. But I care so much about this game that I feel like hurting my throat to spread the good word of PUBG. First of all, I would like to say some facts. As of February 15th, PUBG sold 26 million copies. Now, in comparison, games such as Grand Theft Auto and such sell a lot more. But you gotta think, PUBG was made by PlayerUnknown Brendan Green himself. He made it with a Korean team. He started out as a photographer that decided to mod a game called Arma, if you weren't aware. He started from nothing. He started from nothing and made Battle Royale what it is today. And you could argue that PUBG has flaws. I would be ignorant if I didn't say that it doesn't have flaws. It does. But we look at what PUBG has made for Battle Royale. We look at Fortnite. We look at H1, which he was a part of. We look at PUBG itself, how much this has grown inside the gaming community. It would be disrespectful and irresponsible to not admit that PUBG has completely paved the road to future gaming the way it's going to be. And this...
You're right, it has flaws, but the one thing that interested me the most was that you said that you bring up the term disrespectful. Don't you think that it's disrespectful that such a game of your caliber, that, like you said, is starting up its own new IP, starting up new trends in the industry, can't get things right, that this small studio was able to put together, like they said, this one game with a indie budget was able to make a AAA quality game, where PUBG has a AAA budget. Right? You could say it started as an indie, but all the support that it has Xbox supporting it, Steam supporting it. As you see, it has the money, it has the power to make the game much better than what it is now. But it's still crawling compared to these type of games.
These men appreciate art, not a product.
For Deadpool. We have a tie between these two. Is there any?
They automatically win?
No.
Yes.
I'm saying, is there anybody that wants to switch sides to Mario Odyssey or Night in the Woods?
Recount. Get your butt over here.
Wait, there's Night in the Woods. Don't lose unless someone changes it.
Recount.
If one person doesn't switch sides, you both lose. And it goes, oh. Night in the Woods falls off, and you guys can choose between either Mario Odyssey or Zelda.
Game of the year goes to Zelda.
More Discord friends.